views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee now, call 319-527-6305. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, the Empowerment Channel at the Connect Me Radio Network. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network, plus News for the Soul Broadcasting. And now, here's Dee.
Hello, all you amazing, fabulous, incredible, magnificent, so very loved. Ooh, darn sexy people. Hi. Okay, I want to go. I want to tread where a lot of people are fearful to tread right now, and I want to talk about Charlottesville. So everybody, take a breath. Take a deep breath, and let's become objective. Let's open our hearts, our chakras, align our heart lines through the ID point. Let's become in harmony with Source, which means our highest knowing, or you could say love. Okay, we all want the highest answer and the most high definitive truth. Okay, so let's just talk about what happened in Charlottesville. We've got this group that, now, of course, everybody's got a label, the neo-Nazis and the alt-right and blah, blah. And then we've got the people who are saying, you're not going to be in this country and you're not going to take our rights away and you're not going to create racism and blah, 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 blah. But we know, community, we know that all energy is one energy. So there's a big pony in this poop for all of us if we stay conscious and if we stay out of judgment and if we truly want the highest truth. Now, the truth is, let's just go to the statues because that seems to be the physical manifestation of the energetic fear, judgment, hatred, anger that is going on. So these statues have been here for years and years and years and decades of our lives. It is a part of our history. The Civil War is a part of our history. The Vietnam War is part of our history. J. Edgar Hoover and the witch hunts were a part of our history. So why, I want you to ask yourself, why now is there such an uprising against these things? Because it's not the demonstration itself, it's what's going on energetically behind the demonstration. According to the channel, you see, what's happening right now is everybody has been given permission and actually encouraged to look at all this genetic and ancestral crap that we have been holding onto for eons of time. And it's in all of us. So take a breath now, those of you that took a hit about that. It's in all of us. The racism and the judgment and the fear of the Nazis and all, it's a part of our genetics. It's a part of our ancestry that we've known for lifetimes. So what's happened now is that we have been given permission to get in touch with all of those things again. That we have been given permission, which means we're not creating ourselves. We've been given permission to go, yeah, that's not right, and they're not going to take over this country, and I'm in fear of this, and you know, the statues have to come down because they represent all this bad stuff that happened in our country. Yeah. The cross represents bad stuff that happened in religion too, but we're not tearing down every cross that's standing in the country. So I want you to look at what the reaction is about, because we know when we are in reaction, we are not in creation. Now, I'm going to tie this all together to you, but I want to talk a minute about cognitive dissonance, because a lot of what's going on is about cognitive dissonance, and cognitive dissonance is also a lot of the work that we do. Cognitive, if you want to say that really simply, use the word awareness. Dissonance is a lack of harmony. So we have a lack of harmony within our awareness, our perceptions, our consciousness. This is the definition of cognitive dissonance, is the mental stress or discomfort experienced by an individual who holds two or more contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values at the same time. Now, you know this well from the work we've done because of all the limiting beliefs and fears that were given to you as a child and the beliefs and knowingness of your adult self. Those create cognitive dissonance. And when we have contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values at the same time, perform an action that is contradictory to one or more of those beliefs, ideas, or values, or we're confronted by new information that conflicts with existing beliefs, ideas, or values, all those things create cognitive dissonance. So here we are. We know that racism doesn't work. We know that hatred doesn't work in our world where we know love heals and creates everything. And we know that's a truth. And yet all of this energy that's coming out about the hatred and the fear and fighting each other within ourselves, which ultimately equals fighting each other within the country. All of this is happening because we're in the moment, guys, of our greatest opportunity. Do we want to recreate for all the rest of time this cellular memory of hatred, racism, judgment, bigotry? Do we want to recreate that for all time and create harmony around our awareness that it's all about love? Or do we want to allow our past knowing and beliefs to run us and allow all of that to continue to create who we are? Again, when we're in reaction, we are not in creation. So, if you're going to march with the intention of taking love into the street, into the world, indeed, into yourself. We must step up right now. We must step up and do what we know works in this world. That's why we've been given the information and the teachings we have. This is our moment, guys, and this is the moment where we and the world move on into empowerment or dissonance, lack of harmony. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? So, when you're watching all this, I want you to be aware of how you are being pulled in. You are being pulled into the emotion of all of it. And stand back and go, okay, no, I'm not in creation mode now. I'm in reaction mode. What do I want? I want all my perceptions, ideas, to genetically be in harmony with love. So that's what we're claiming right now and directing, that we are genetically in harmony with love. All of our space, all of our matter, all of our cells, all of our energetic memory is genetically in harmony with love. And so it is. Okay, I'm going to the calls. Please, if you want to speak with the channel, press 1 now, unless you already have. If you press it again, I'll lose you. Okay, we're going to start with Ann in Georgia. Hi, honey.
Hi. I had new neighbors here, and I went over and visited them last night, and I came home and caught my feet on vines and went face down and left arm down onto the cement of the next neighbor, and I just wanted to see if you saw a torn rotator cuff or if this is something that's going to get better. My sense is I'm going to be okay.
Well, a torn rotator cuff still is going to get better, Ann.
Yeah, okay.
But they want to deal with the energetic thing before we go to the physical thing.
Okay.
And why it's your arm and your shoulder that's bothering you is that metaphorically you keep trying to catch yourself. You keep expecting yourself to fall in different ways. Now we're talking in metaphors here.
Yeah, I'm hearing that.
But that goes into the physical. So you're expecting yourself, and now they're addressing your periodic depressions. You're expecting yourself to fall into depression at times. And so you're constantly on guard about catching yourself. Am I? And that takes your focus out of the present moment and continues to help creating you falling in different ways, physically, mentally, spiritually, all that. So as far as the rotator cuff, and I'm not a doctor, they're saying that it's presenting itself very similarly as that. They wouldn't, in their terms, call it, there's a higher label than rotator cuff. Okay? It's absolutely going to heal, and it's absolutely going to heal faster the more you focus on health and hold on, they're giving me a picture, but I have to decipher it here. Hold on. And they're showing me your hands over your head like you're holding something up, but it's not holding something up. It's the freedom. Okay. It's the freedom of not having to hold yourself up. If you change the picture, like let's say you're trying to hold a piece of wood with your flat hands above your head, right? Mm-hmm. If you just allow that piece of wood to dissolve and dissipate and put your hands up more in a hallelujah pose, that's what heals your body, because that's what heals your energy. You don't have to hold yourself or anybody else up anymore. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Okay. So they are saying it probably would be a good it would probably be good to consult with a doctor.
Yeah, I plan on calling the doctor Monday.
Yeah, but call him with the knowing that you've already started your own healing.
Well, it's
right?
actually gotten better since I did that. You know, I couldn't raise my arm, and now I can, and I'm even contemplating going out and trying to play tennis tomorrow.
Okay, so can't be that bad, right? But
yeah, it was. It's probably more the fear of it. You know, last night I had a lot of pain and I couldn't sleep. But you know, it's getting better as I move through the day, and I used a laser on it and things like that. But
Anne, you said it perfectly with your own words. It's the fear of it, the fear of falling.
Absolutely.
You know, the fear of falling from grace. Okay, and not staying in love and not saying, look, we're all falling from grace all the time. That's the process right now. So we can go, oh my God, I used to live here all the time. Now I'm just falling back here every once in a while. I'm going to give myself a break, raise my hands up, say hallelujah, and know I, can fly from now on instead of fall. Okay?
Yeah, I've been doing much better on that. Thank you, Dee.
Great. You bet, sweetheart. Thank you. And we're going to Karen in Toronto. Hi, you're on.
Hi, Dee. Oh, my God.
Baby.
Talk about synchronicity. Your webinar brought to my awareness my connection with my generational past with the Quakers.
Yes.
It has been coming up so often lately in things I'm reading, or it's just in front of me, and I realized how much I've always considered myself spiritual, and I've always considered myself a light little bit different. I can't handle injustice. But I find that did address what you told me, like a job.
Well, you're cutting out now. Hold on, you cut out and we lost you. You find that you're what?
I take on jobs or things that I think I can master and sacrifice where it costs me to make money just to be valued.
Yes. Uh-huh. And see, there again, there's an element of struggle there. I have to struggle to be valued. Yeah. And see, guys, talk about cognitive dissonance, right? Because our work is all about accepting that we are the gods of us. We are the creators of ourselves. And then if you have the belief, I have to struggle to conquer, or I have to struggle to be worth it, or I have to struggle / work really hard to be accepted, to be worthy, Do you see how those two beliefs are in constant conflict with one another? Because I am the God of me and I create me, then has to go with I'm the God of me, but the only way I can create me is through struggling. And that creates a disharmony within us that makes us fight ourselves. So what's going on in Charlottesville is what's going on within all of us, guys. Who are we? What do we really believe? And how can we be free? You're not going to fall anymore if you are consciously aware of bringing yourself into the state of love and creating with an open heart. And the more I do this brain study program that I'm doing, the more I realize that they have been giving us in spiritual terms exactly the brain experts are saying in physical terms. And that reminds me of what Ramtha says in the White Book by J.Z. Knight, that when we use our full brain, we will be God. So, wow. Yippee, Karen, that you're all aware of that, sweetheart, and you're starting to realize some of these genetic dispositions. I mean, I always walk my talk with you guys and share everything with you, and I have noticed reactions, especially when I get tired. So I want you to watch your thoughts and your reactions when you get tired that have elements of judgment and racism and fear in there. And I stop myself and I go, oh my God, when I go back to my little girl in Kansas, there was an incredible amount of fear and judgment and racism that was going on, not only in the country, but certainly in Kansas City, in my life. Now, my family was never overtly that way, but they were passively aggressively that way. I think I've told you all the story about, we had this wonderful African-American woman that Chris, my late husband, and I had hired to take care of my grandmother when she started to get sick so she could stay in her home. And we went back and my grandma's, one of her favorite things is when we could all go to church together. So I piled everybody in the car and we got to the church I grew up in, and oh my God, it's so good to see you and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, I called ahead. I hope you have the pew that Grandma always used to sit in. Oh, yes. And her caretaker, we have a place for her back here. And I just stopped and looked at him and I said, what do you mean? She's going to be sitting with us. She's part of our family. It was that subliminal, you see. We're very open. We're loving. We're a church. We're, please, anybody that wants to worship, come in. But if you're African American, you can sit at the back. And that shit is still inside us, guys. It's genetically and ancestrally kind of stuck there in our energy until we realize and redirect it. This is our great moment. So, Karen, look at all that Quaker stuff. It's going to serve you so much. Love it. Embrace it. Thank you. This is who made me who I am. I love all my ancestors for all the trials and tribulations and joys and happiness that brought me to this place. And now I'm going to continue to rectify and recreate the negatives that need to be positives now. You got it?
I got it. God bless you.
You bet. Thank you so much for calling in to share that. So appreciative. I love you too. Susan, what's up, woman? We haven't talked to you for a while.
Oh, I know. I related a lot to what you told Anne because I've had 2 really serious falls, just really were horrible. In fact, I went to the hospital last night after I had a fall on, not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, and I had the same thing with my shoulder, my left shoulder.
Okay, so
I was wondering what's behind that
Susan,
spiritually.
The highest word they're giving me for you is equilibrium. And I'm not a doctor, but what I'm hearing is there's some kind of medication that's been affecting your equilibrium, your balance.
Yeah,
now,
I noticed that. I'm off balance.
Yes, and I'm getting that it's either a medicine or a combination of medicines. So I would ask them, okay, and now they're saying, you've gotten medications from different places, and somebody needs to look at all the medications you're on and see if there might be a reaction to this equilibrium that's causing this equilibrium. Now, if we go to, they want me to go to a core belief as far as the spiritual equilibrium. It's here. Yeah, it's I'll never be good enough. I'm not worthy. I'll never be good enough. Okay, so let's just track that then. If I'm not worthy and I'll never be good enough, then I'm going to keep falling from grace. Okay, if I'm not worthy and I'll never be good enough, then I'm going to need a lot of stuff to keep me together. I'm going to need a lot of medicine to keep me going, right? And I've been working on a lot of stuff personally, and I can tell you the highest thing I get around everything for everybody is that creation is easy. Everybody write that down. Creation is easy. That's our mantra for the next week. Now, how do you create creation being easy? By going into your love place and your joy place and filling yourself up with that feeling as much as you can. Okay? Yeah. Because, again, if we have the belief I'm the God of me and the dissonance belief of creation is hard and creation is a struggle, the God of me who wants to create everything I want easily and effortlessly and joyfully is going to be in disharmony, in dissonance with the fact that I am God, right? And certainly in disharmony with I have to struggle to create. And we've all been taught that, guys, all of us. It's been passed down for generations and generations and generations that creation is struggle. So I want you to start feeling into the joy and the lightness while being grounded of creation.
Okay. I was also using my pendulum to test, see whether I should take that pill or not. That kind of thing.
Okay, you're switched, Susan, so you're not testing correctly.
Okay. All right. I'll unswitch myself.
Before right now, because you're off balance, every time just unswitch you. And again, the easiest way to unswitch yourself, or do it even if you're wondering if you're feeling off balance at all, just make a fist in front of your eyes with your fingers facing towards you, and then pop your fingers open as you pull your hand towards your eyes. So it's like a big firework, going off, coming toward your eyes.
I know how to
your hands. Yeah, I was doing that for everybody else in case they didn't know. That's it, baby. That's all your information. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks so much.
You
Love
bet,
you.
sweetheart. You too, and you take care of yourself. Hi, Chris. You're up.
Hello, Dee. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
It's yeah. There's a lot of interesting stuff coming up. I wanted to share a dream that I had a couple nights ago. It was really interesting. But it was, I had a dream about, I was dreaming about eggs, like a dozen eggs in a carton.
Uh-huh.
But the eggs had like the little metal socket on the end, like a light bulb has, where you could screw it in.
Okay.
And it was something about choosing, like which ones I wanted to like plug in and turn on.
Yep. Well, that's a pretty easy dream, honey. Which, if the egg, the way I look at dreams, everything in a dream is you.
Mm-hmm.
So all those eggs are you. And it goes right along with what we're talking about today. Which beliefs do you want to plug in and ignite and light up?
Right.
And which ones no longer serve you, and the eggs are rotten, basically. So get rid of them. But they're all you, and you get to choose. You get to reach into the carton of eggs and go, this empowers me, this one empowers me, this one empowers me, this one empowers me. Ain't going to screw the rest of them in. Don't want that light anymore.
Well, yeah, there was a voice in the dream that was just like, well, what do you want to choose now? What do you want to do? Like, what do you want to create? Because to me, eggs represent like new beginnings.
Well, and they also represent the beliefs of Chris, which is the same thing. Like I said, this is the moment. There's a great song, if you guys want to Google it, called This Is the Moment, from a Broadway musical. Mm-hmm. This is the moment, this is the time when everything I've hoped for can be mine.
Right.
But that moment is created, that ultra moment is created through the choice of our focus. So your dream is right in alignment with everything that's going on. So choose your beliefs well, Chris. Anything that empowers you, gives you joy, and brings you into the state of love, guys, is the egg you want to choose. Thanks, sweetheart.
Right. And the other was one other thing I wanted to bring up is it just seems like, because I went into reaction after the whole Charlottesville thing, when I found out about it.
Everybody's in reaction.
Then I was like, but you know what? It's just like, it's like the media, they really want to get you.
No, it's not the media. It's not the media. The media is reporting on all the bullshit that we're bringing forward. So, guys, if you point the finger toward anybody but yourself, you're missing the moment. You're missing your opportunity for the moment. So,
someone posted something on social media, and it was basically like, turn off the TV and go out and say hello to your neighbors and just realize how wonderful this country really is.
Yeah, pick that egg. Pick that egg. I like that egg. That egg's going to serve you. Blaming the media for it? No, that's what's trickling down from the top. Blaming anybody else but the person who needs to take responsibility. It doesn't work anymore, guys. So thank you for that. I would have retweeted that. I would have reposted that one for sure.
Well, I did.
Good. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah. See, but I want to point out, this is what we're all doing, and Chris just gave us a great example. I'm focused on the media and their BS, and then I'm also seeing this wonderful post of positive stuff. That's cognitive dissonance right there. Those are two focuses that are not in harmony with each other. Which one are you going to feed back to the Native American thing? That saying, that there's a negative and a positive, and which one wins? The one you feed the most. Okay, we're going to Kim in Phoenix. Hi, baby. Whoops. Let me get you on here. There you go. Hi.
Hey, awesome call, by the way. Just very interesting. And
Thank you.
And last week's was just as brilliant as well. And I've taken a lot from last week's call and just been looking at, if I get hits, where am I not? Why don't I move forward? And I'm curious, as the channel, how is that process going for me?
Well, I'm asking you, what do you think?
Well, I have awareness. That's a good thing. And
Good.
That's a good thing. And I know, and I'm trying to figure out now, where did I get that from? And the only thing that pops into my little brain is either my mom or my dad.
Where did you get what from, Kim?
Why don't I move on some stuff?
Okay. You don't move on some stuff because you're in fear that you're going to fail.
And that's what my next statement was going to be. Because if I fail, then
you're not worthy.
Fail.
And you're not good enough. Well, but see, that's a complete circle, though. Okay, so I'm afraid I'm going to fail, so I'm not even going to try, and that makes me totally feel unworthy. So then I'm not going to try again, and then that totally makes me feel unworthy. And they want to get to the two beliefs, the dissonant beliefs, around the roommate is the key in for you. All these problems that you have with your roommates coming in. So we're going to that's interesting, two core beliefs. This page, hold on, I'm getting there, this page.
Yeah.
Well, okay, one of them's I'll never be good enough, and the other one is on this page. Well, see, they're just reaffirming what we got to. I can never be God. So if you feel, well, look, this is for all of us, Kim. All of us, everybody. This is our moment to look at this, not get despondent about it, but go, okay, I know I am the creator of me, but I have to start recreating the belief systems and the genetic predispositions that are telling me I'm not, if I'm going to be able to experience that I am and really know it. So in other words, feel the fear and do it anyway. So not only can I be God, I am God, and because I'm God, I'm choosing to be the God that knows I'm good enough. Now, what the hell does this have to do with your roommates? In one sentence, what do your roommates sum up? They never what?
The only thing that popped into my brain is they don't love themselves.
No. What's your experience with them? They don't honor you, do they?
That is correct. They do not.
Okay. Well, why would they honor you if you don't think you're good enough?
Exactly.
They're just coming forward to go, and you keep creating that scenario with roommates because pretty soon you got to slap yourself on the head and go, I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore for myself. I'm good enough, and I want to bring, and I am bringing in a roommate right now that's going to mirror that. But you see, you can't bring in something from desperation, guys.
That is true.
And that's what you've been doing. Oh, I got to have a roommate so I can help pay for it. Oh, I got to, no.
Well, not the last time, but the time before, trust me, I don't want another roommate. I really don't. I am not going through this again.
Well,
so.
No. But there, okay, right there.
Yeah,
right there. You
gave
me. Yeah. Right there, you gave me two dissonant beliefs.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
So good. You caught yourself as soon as I said, you knew what you'd done.
Yeah.
So what you want is to know you're worthy, that you bring in all the money that you need. You don't even have to attach the rest of the sentence about the roommate.
Yes.
Or while you're creating this self-worth around yourself, you attract the perfect roommate that honors you and honors this journey that you're in of honoring yourself and knowing your own self-worth. You can go both ways, but it's all about Kim's self-worth. It's not about the roommate. This is a great show. I hope you guys are putting this together, all of this, for yourself. All right, honey, thank you.
Thank you, Dee. Have a good day. Bye.
You too. I'm going to create one. Okay, Iris in Philadelphia, you're on.
Hi, Dee. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. I wanted to talk about the eclipse. I came in a little late, so if I missed it, I apologize.
No, we haven't talked about the eclipse. What do you want to know?
Well, is it going to be this opportunity for all this newness and change? And I guess I'm already thinking the answer is yes, based on what you said about this is our moment.
Okay, yes, but the point is the eclipse doesn't have anything to do with that.
Oh, okay.
Every moment of your life can be the moment of newness, new opportunities, and new creation.
Okay.
Now, what is the eclipse? It's actually the covering up of the light, isn't it? It's when the light and the dark come together. Okay. All of creation, in all creation is a yin-yang. In all creation is the choice of the light and the dark. And in that way, spiritually, yes, the eclipse is a metaphor for which one are you going to choose. Are you going to look at the light, or are you going to look at the darkness in front of the light?
Okay.
So what do you think you want to choose, Iris?
The light. I'd like to look at the light.
Exactly. Now, does it mess with energy on a physical level? You bet. So this is interesting. So let's ask, what's the highest thing we can hold? Well, I don't even have to finish the sentence. Love. So you want to get up tomorrow and say, in this day today, for all energy and the experience of energy and the creation of energy during this powerful eclipse, I direct all energy into love. So that's the highest thing, the most correct thing, the most complete thing. Yes, ma'am. I direct all the energy into love, as love, being love, within me, within the world, within everyone. Okay?
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Silly me. Well, they didn't they told me to talk about Charlottesville, and then when I always ask right before the show, is there anything else I'm supposed to add? And they said, no, but it'll come up during the show. So I guess you're it. Thank you.
I'm it.
Yay. Bye. Okay, Miss Maria in San Francisco, you're on.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for taking my call. I'm trying to figure out what my question is. The one just now about creating your roommate, housemate. I've been trying to move on from my family and the situations that I've been in with them. And
okay, so stop there, Maria, because that's why you called in. You said you're trying to move away from your family, but energetically you haven't at all. And you've got to be okay with moving your energy away from their limitations. It's not a judgment about them. It's not a blame toward them. It's okay. I see where you're at, and I see genetically and ancestrally what's been passed down to you. I honor that. I honor who you are, and I'm making a different choice for me. And that's what you have to do before physically it's going to be easy to create what you want in the move. Do you understand?
Yes.
Well, I hear yes, but I hear no. Yeah means no. So basically, you're fighting yourself about moving.
Yeah.
You're not in harmony, all of you, with moving. You're in dissonance because you're going, I want to, and I don't want to. And most of it's because you feel kind of guilty. But you can't feel guilty, guys, about creating yourself. Whatever you have to do to create yourself is what you need to do. Okay?
I don't think I feel guilty.
That's true, but your little girl does.
My little girl does. Okay.
Yeah. Your little girl is going, it's not okay to throw away all these things that my family believes in and who they are and, you know, this dependence. They've got a big belief in dependence on each other. Well, you want to depend on yourself.
Right.
And you've got to give yourself permission to do that. I'm not getting anything else, baby. So, you know, play around with that. Become very objective and just take some deep breaths. They'll give you the information about where you're falling out around that, okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you. You bet. Bye-bye.
Maybe. Okay, bye-bye.
And we're going to Karen in Belgium. Hi, you're on.
Oh, hi, Dee. Lovely to talk to you.
You too.
I wanted to ask you about my foot and my, I think the area around my tailbone. I mailed you about it some days ago, and I wanted some more information. You told me that it was coming from my ankle, and it had to do with some kind of poisoning.
I still get a yes on that. Again, I'm not a doctor, guys. Are we understanding that in the highest way? Yes. So it's physical. Some kind, yeah. Is poisoning the highest word? I still get a yes on that. Have you had it checked out, Karen?
Well, I've been to several doctors for my foot for about a year now, and the latest one, the specialist, told me that there was nothing he could do about it. He was quite surprised about things. How can I say this? My ankle is swollen, and it's not in. It's not normal for the things that came back with the results. But he said he couldn't do anything about it, just putting an injection in it. And now this thing around my tailbone is coming up. And so I don't know what is going on, but is it something physical?
Well, yes, of course. You know it's physical because you're feeling.
Yeah.
But all physical things are created from the energetic, the way I understand it. So what happens is we get little hints about what we need to clear up within our energy, and if we don't do it, then it becomes physically present in our body. So. Again, they're taking me to the core belief, and you guys set the theme of the show. I don't. I can never be God. So if we're fighting that, if we're saying in this community, I know I'm the God of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How can I change that belief?
Well, it's interesting because when I was doing one of these meditations in the brain study course that I'm doing, it had us go back to when we were a child and remembering when we wanted something so badly that we created it. And I remember distinctly I wanted a puppy so badly. I wanted a dog, but I was allergic to him. And my mom said, well, if you weren't allergic to dogs, well, do you know within a year I got rid of my allergy? Now, I didn't know what I was doing, but my wanting that dog so much, subconsciously I said, all right, then I'm going to get rid of my allergy. Did the same thing. Hold on. I did the same thing with chocolate. So now I'm working on these slight essential trimmers that I have, and the channel said, Dee, my God, you did it twice when you were a kid. You created physical wellness twice when you were a kid because you wanted something else so much. And I thought, well, okay, I wanted a puppy. I wanted to eat chocolate. What do I want more than anything that will tell my subconscious to create a state of health and wellness around these essential trimmers? And the answer was, you want to know more than anything that you're God so you can prove it to your people.
And I am afraid of being just that.
Well, there's your answer, Karen. Yeah. So would it be worth wanting to know the power of your own creation, everybody? Would it be worth giving up whatever it is you have to experience living in the power of your creation? I'm thinking the answer is yes. I know the answer is yes for me. I am starved to know that. I am hungry for that. I am obsessed with knowing, and when I use the word knowing, that means living in the experience of me being the God of me. Now, I thought that the biggest challenge for me in knowing that was money, and it has been, and I've conquered it. I have conquered that. I'm creating so much, it's just coming in from everywhere. And, you know, my show's coming to an end, and I heard me think the thought, oh, well, you know, there goes all the steady money. And immediately I went, no, I'm just going to find another vehicle that creates even more money for me because I'm the creator of that. So I'm going to be open to anything that wants to come in that gives me joy and happiness and pays me a lot of money at the same time. I want to do that with my health too. I want to know absolutely that I'm the creator of me. And you brought in, Karen, the answer to everybody. That any thoughts that are not in harmony with I'm creating me in every way is putting us in cognitive dissonance and thwarting our creation in every subject of our life. Do you understand?
But those thoughts are there all the time.
Well, then you have to change them around. You have to catch them like I caught mine and said, that's old stuff. That's old genetics. That's old ancestry. That's an old belief system. No more, because I want this. Do you understand, brain? Do you understand, subconscious? I want the puppy. I want the chocolate. I want to know I'm my own creator in every subject of my life. And whatever I have to do, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get it right now.
But you know, Dee,
Go ahead.
I often ask myself, is this what I really want, what the bigger part of me really wants, or is this just my ego who's talking to me? Do I really want?
Karen, your ego is the one that's keeping you from knowing you're God. Because when you're God, you're all thought and you're all possibility. And then you get to choose from all of that thought and all of that possibility as you do right now. You see, people misunderstand the ego is what holds you back, not what says you're great. It's your God power that says you're great. And that's the old poisoning. Maybe this is your poison. Oh, I get. So this is what's poisoning, you see.
That's what I've been thinking.
It's not okay to walk forward in my power and be God. Yeah. You got it, don't you, honey? Good. We turned a light bulb on. We broke a wall down.
So
Give
I
yourself
really
permission.
My inner knowing.
You bet, sweetheart. Because we do. Guys, we all know. Go get the puppy and go get the chocolate. It's worth it. Thank you for calling in and ending the quite amazing show on that powerful note, Karen. You're welcome, darling. My God, every show's like a mini webinar now. I love you guys. I love your courage. Remember, tomorrow, before you get out of bed, open your hearts, open your chakras, align yourself, and claim that all energy is love, is infused and electrically ignited with love through this powerful eclipse. And until we meet again, love yourselves. Oh my God, love yourselves as the gods and the creators of you that you are, because you know, God, that's what it's all about.
Thanks for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at iamdeewallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, the Empowerment Channel at the Connect Me Radio Network. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network, plus News for the Soul Broadcasting. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.